Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. We have TGIF in Tokyo, in Japan as well. Actually, we have TGIF, the restaurant chain, to boot. Going to take you on a little scenic route before we head back onto the expressway. Today we're heading into the Ginza area. I've got some work there for a big car company. Oh, I can't go in here. Oh shoot, this is a one-way. I should know that by now. I used to ride my bicycle down here when I'm going to the gym. We're gonna do, I don't want to get hit by a car. Here comes a van and a delivery truck. So much for my scenic route. Alright, go back this way. Give me one moment here. I'm going to, let's have a look here. I'm going to make sure I'm seeing you guys. All right, we're not going to go through this routine that we did yesterday. I can't see the chats. So, all right, I'm prepared. I have my other phone and I'm going to put that into the mount, and we will I can watch that way. So bear with me. All right, just a moment here. Yeah, there's some sort of glitch with the GoPro connecting to the iPhone. Oh wait, now I can see it. If I turn it the other way. Duh. I see you guys. I see you testing. Hello. Okay. So, yeah, when it's in a horizontal position, I can't see the chats. But if I have it in vertical position, I can. But that's not going to work because the mount has to be horizontal.
I see you guys. I see you testing. Hello.
How stupid is that?
So, yeah, when it's in a
All right.
horizontal position, I can't see the chat, but if I have it in vertical position.
So, I am going to just have a look around. Never mind me. All right, I can see you guys now. Hooty hoo. Let me just. Okay. Shogun Scott. Yeah, I did that. It doesn't work. It's just, nothing activates. I tried that. So, we'll just have to go. Hey everybody. Okay. On the road again. I just can't wait to get. I'll go inside. I woke up this old man. He's like, "Ah, your motorcycle's too loud." Well, homie, this motorcycle is way quieter than a lot of the ones I hear around town. So, in Japan, there are different classifications. A bug just hit me in the eye. Shit. Oh, it's in my eyelash. Hang on a second. Oh my god. Hang on. What the hell? Jeez Louise. It's hung up in my eyelashes. Alright. There's different classifications for bikes here. So 50cc scooters you can ride freely if you have a automobile driver's license. If you want to get a 250, you have to get, or actually up to, the next class is up to 400, and that's called Chugata Menkyo, the Chugata license. And if you want to get, you have to take a class or a go to the test center and try to get that Chugata license to be able to ride up to 400cc. So I did that. I went to the test center and I tried to get it. I thought, hey, I can pass it. Well, 6 tries later, I got that license. So, and it was a real hassle. You have to pay like 5,000 yen a pop and then book 2 weeks out for your next try. And they make you memorize the course. It's ridiculous. There's a course that you have to follow and you have to memorize it. And it was a nightmare. So that's for the middle class license up to 400cc. And if you want the big bike, you want to be a big boy or a big girl, then you got to get the Ogata Menkyo, the high class license, which allows you to ride up to a 10,000cc bike if you could find one. So I got that license by taking a class, and that was the smart way to do. You learn a lot of safety stuff, and you're guaranteed to pass the test. Hey guys, good morning. So where was I going with this story? Oh yeah, so there's a lot of loud scooters here, and so up to 250cc you don't have to go through the environmental equality centers. In America is DEQ, but it's basically that. You don't have to go for a safety check and a sound check. They test for the volume of the motorcycle and yada yada yada. So you see these punks with these 250cc scooters, and they put these traps on the. Oh, hi Jason. They put these traps on the end of the exhaust, the mufflers, to make it really loud, to make it sound like, you know, it's got some cojones. We know they don't, but they're just annoying. Some of them chop them off. It's like just a cut off straight pipe, loud as hell. Oh, spring has sprung. Ladies and gentlemen, spring has sprung. And a lot of bugs out too. I now have the second bug in my eye. Yes, morning commute. Hey, thank you. Anil, is that you? Thank you again. Jason, thank you very much. I got your message on the Patreon page, but the Patreon app is wonky. I saw the message and then I was trying to find it to reply to it. I couldn't find it. So it's just weird. It's not very extensive, the app. You have to go into the computer, use the desktop homepage. So anyhow, thank you very much. Thank you, Kummold. I couldn't quite read that, but thank you. Oh dear. Just noticed my phone is not very tightly in the mount. So I have a job with Toyota today, and it's kind of a secret information video, some new car and that they're thinking of producing. So can't talk about it, but what I can talk about is my love for all of you guys. And a love of spring. Now look at these flowers over here. These are I call these the double stuff cherry blossoms. They come out after the cherry blossoms, and they're like cherry blossoms on crack. Super full of energy. Look at those things. They're turbo blossoms. Really nice. It's not too chilly. It's really great when you can just wear a t-shirt under a leather jacket. Just making sure I got my So I won't be able to see your chats so readily as we're riding, just for safety's sake. But I want to continue where our conversation left off so abruptly yesterday. We were talking about social media and the stresses involved with that. And I didn't mean to sound like I was whining. I wasn't whining. I love doing this. As I said, it's my hobby, but I get some flack for using that word hobby. So I changed it to my jobby. It's my jobby, okay? So no more butt hurt. I like this view right here. See that over there? That's looking over towards Shinjuku and south, looking south. But yeah, so my jobby. So it's fun, and I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't think it was fun. But it's funny because it can be a lot more stressful than my real job. Actually, it is. I mean, a real job is not stressful at all unless I have some really big job coming up or my voice is dodgy or something. But what I was getting at with the conversation yesterday before we got cut off was I was doing this thing for Cannes, and it's their ad fest coming up in France, and it was called oh geez, this big truck. It's called More Than Likes, and the meaning behind that, it's a drama series here in Japan. They made it into a movie. It was a huge hit. And the meaning is, you know, there's more to life than just likes on your social media accounts. But kids are fragile. And kids think that is the ultimate, that is the end game, is to have the most likes or the most subscribers or whatever, you know. And kids are fragile. They're they're emotionally not mature. And so this movie or this drama is about this girl. She's not very popular in class, but she is on social media, and she wishes that she could be popular in school as well. And then through some magic, she wakes up in a parallel world where she is the queen, and the nerds of the class are now the bosses, and the jocks and the popular ones are now the ones that get bullied. But it kind of made me take pause. I thought about, you know, the what I've experienced over the past almost 2 years now. The first exposure to YouTube was with John Dobb, and it's a classic video. I've watched it again. It's we're at the vending machines in Akihabara, and he had asked me to come along and join him on a live stream. I was like, yeah, all right, whatever. So I went there, and yeah, it was fun. So that's how it kind of all started. But in this time, since I started my own channel about a little over a year ago, year and a half maybe, I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot about feelings and the ups and downs of social media, YouTubing, Instagramming. You know, you want to be liked. You want to have people commend you for your efforts, and to like the style that you create with your content or whatever. But if you put that into the shoes of a vulnerable teenager, it can be a real powder keg. So that was kind of where I was going with our conversation yesterday, and then we got cut off. But yeah, after I put that video up a few weeks back for the motorcycle show, it really took off. I woke up one morning and I looked, and it had jumped from, like, you know, 6,000-7,000. It was at 27,000 views. So just like it kicked into the algorithm, and I went gulp. And then it just kept shooting up and up and up, and then way more comments, and then some nasty comments, and the fun was kind of stripped until I kind of worked my head around it and realized that, yeah, you know, these are just empty comments that idiots make, but they're impressionable comments. I mean, if for people who are fragile. So Mix, thank you. You were already a patron though, weren't you? Unless you have a twin brother that has exactly the same name. Thank you both for becoming patrons. Your message just popped up during this stream. So we are on the same expressway heading in to Tokyo. Actually, we're not heading into Tokyo, we're in Tokyo. Heading more into the center of Tokyo. And as you can see, 9 o'clock, not a lot of traffic. It's a beautiful thing to be in the world's biggest city and to be moving at this speed, this clip. It's awesome. But it's not always like this. And there are certain times of the day, especially in the afternoon. But what's really weird is at lunchtime, around 12 o'clock, there's a lot of congestion, which just doesn't make sense. I mean, people, are they driving to lunch, or is it, I don't know, they're getting off the night shift? I don't know, it's weird. But yeah, around 12 o'clock, and then around 4, heading back the opposite direction of where we're heading. If I'm going to be using this expressway going the other way, I want to get on it by before 4:30, because then after that it's a real drag, and I just end up taking the side roads. But beautiful day. It's supposed to be, I think, 22 degrees today, 23, 22, 23. But the air still has a nice coolness in it. I'm going to be doing a live stream with John tomorrow on his channel. We're going to some sort of fancy cocktail event. I don't know all the details, but it should be fun. Thank you, Ramsey. I'm just taking a peek down right now, as always, for your help. And I just saw another chat, perhaps, I'm not sure, but thank you. Love these new taxis. Tell you guys that all the time. So spacious. I actually wait around. If I see one of those taxis in the queue, I'll let other people go ahead of me just so I can get into one of those new taxis. It's just such a way more comfortable ride, and just getting in and out. It's brand new. It's got that new taxi smell. There's the Johnson & Johnson building. 2 Johnsons are better than 1. You guys should know Tokyo by now. All these pointing out where we are and stuff. You guys could all be tour guides. This is Jimbocho over here on our left. And on our right, if you look to the right and shoot up this main road, that'll take you to Budokan. And right up there, straight up there is Yasukuni. You can see the Tori gate. That's Yasukuni Shrine, where the war museum is. Not war memorial museum. And Yasukuni is the memorial to the... Oh, we got another military jeep. We saw this yesterday. It's the shrine to memorialize those who have fallen in battle in Japan. But it's also a source of conflict. There's another jeep. That one's all stripped down too. Oh, there's 4 guys in there. Oh, cool. Guy was picking his nose. Stop that. Army man picking his nose. Show some respect. So yeah, Yasukuni Shrine, whenever the leaders, the sitting prime minister visits Yasukuni Shrine, there's always some flare-up with Korea and China, just because of the history of war between the countries and all that nasty stuff that went on. Isn't this pleasant? Very smooth commute. So this is over here on the right is Marunouchi. And if you look down here to the right, you see all of these buildings, and it's not a very attractive skyline there, but they're kind of built to be maybe not so obstructive to the Imperial Palace, which is right across the street. So I'm sure that's why they make them very subdued. That whole stretch all along there, they're cool looking buildings, but there's nothing flamboyant about any of them. Not like you see in other parts of Tokyo. That's Marunouchi, Otemachi. This was a fun road to take. We're not going to take it today, but we will at some point. One of the commutes will go down this road that takes you into Shimbashi. And there's another road a friend of mine pointed out that we're gonna ride, and it was used in Fast and Furious. I don't know which. Fast and Furious has what, about 50 different episodes, or episodes, that's the right word for that? That franchise has a ton of movies, and they shot one of the scenes, I believe, on one of the overpasses on the Shutoko. That. I'll be Vin Diesel. Who's John gonna be? All right, so we're heading towards Haneda Ginza. Straight ahead will bring us into Ginza. And depending on what time it is, thank you, trying to see, is that JB? J? Based on the icon, I think. Thank you for the super chat. So I think we'll have a little bit of a surplus of time. So we'll do a little cruise around here in the Ginza area. Such a beautiful day. So the other day I was at home and the TV was on, and I heard my voice, which it's not uncommon, it's not all the time, but I heard my voice on some TV ad. My ears perked up, and then I forgot about it. I was like, that kind of sounded like me. It was very short. It was like just a few seconds. And then the next day I was at a job, and a friend of mine was like, hey, did you do a commercial for Recruit? And I was like, yeah, I thought I heard my voice. She's like, yeah, I was in this commercial. She told me that about the project or whatever, the app. We don't want that exit. So I looked it up, and I wasn't paid for this job. They snaked my voice and put it in their project without my knowledge or consent or, you know, compensation, financial compensation. So I finally tracked it down. Took some Sherlock Holmes work, but I found out it was a educational job I had done almost 2 years ago, and they made this really cool app. Actually, it's Recruit, and it's for English learners. Sapli, I think, S-A-P-L-I is the app, but really cool. And a lot of my buds are in it, the voices, this app. So you listen to the native speaker. They're kind of like a manga character. They say a phrase, and there's like a story going on. It's a conversation between friends and stuff. But it's a long conversation or story of these people conversing, and then you as the listener can then type in what you think you heard, and it gives you some hints. There's like a keyboard with some words are grayed out or letters are grayed out or whatever, and you have to spell and type in what you think you heard in the conversation. But really well done. But the only pisser is they got sneaky, or they just thought they had access to my or privileges to use my voice, and it doesn't work that way. We get compensated. It's like secondary use for a TV commercial, and we usually get compensated nicely, but they're trying to be cheapskates. So I'm going to court. No, I'm not. I don't know. I've never used Rosetta Stone. I've heard some people. I've heard people saying that had luck with Rosetta Stone. Best way to learn Japanese is to come here and live, just like any culture. But I know that's not really a viable option for most people. All right, so we are in Higashi Ginza now. Hello, officer. It's Higashi Ginza. And how are we doing on time? You can see the time here. Okay, oh, we got so 30. We got about 30 minutes. So we'll do a little kick around here. Check out some of the sites in the area. And I'm working with a new client today for this job, so I gotta be pro and show up a little early. Yeah, Chris, good on you for studying. Thank you, Jeff. I shall do that. Okay, so there's a very famous building right up here on the corner. Or is it up around that corner? No, I think it's pretty sure it's here. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, there it is. There it is. Does anybody know what it is? We're in Higashi Ginza right now. Oops. Just killed the engine. We're in Higashi Ginza. Right around the corner here is a very famous building. Give up? Try to sneak through here. There it is. You guessed it. Kabukiza. Isn't that a cool building? Let's just pull over here for a minute and have a look at it. So the Kabukiza, I don't know if you've ever been to Kabuki. It's painful to sit through an entire play. So they have like these little mini scenes that you can see. They're about 45 minutes, and that's really all you need. But it's quite fascinating, and I would highly recommend, if you're coming to Tokyo, go to Kabukiza. Do yourself a favor. But this building, after the earthquake in 2008, I believe it was now. No, not 2008. It was 2000. That was Lehman shock. I get those two things mixed up. That's horrible. So anyhow, after the big earthquake we had, they decided that it was time to tear it down, which is really sad. But they rebuilt it almost identical to what the original one. And this is a Kengo Kuma project. He's the famous architect here. I know John has talked about him as well. He is the designer, the architect for the new Olympic Stadium, 2020 Olympic Stadium, and among other notable buildings around town. He's a genius architect. So yeah, he was in charge of this reconstruction. So they redid it, and of course better and to code. But yeah, there you have it. That's Kabukiza. Really cool place. Some good shopping, good restaurants inside, and it the station's connected down there. You can get onto the Higashi Ginza station. And what else is right around here? We'll just go up a little bit, and then we got to turn around, head back the other way. But yeah, 2011 was the earthquake. But it's a really beautiful facade. Kengo Kuma also is the architect for the world's largest Starbucks. And you can see that video. I did a walkthrough, a 360 walkthrough on my channel. If you're interested in that, it's quite a sight to see. So have a look at it in 360. You can look entirely around the space around you. But wow, it's so nice. You can see everybody's in t-shirts. At least the foreigners are. Straight ahead is Ginza. Actually, you know what? That's a little more scenic. We'll go straight ahead. See a little bit of Ginza and then head on to my job. So look at this guy up here, he's got no helmet on, which is never a smart thing to do. But three-wheelers don't have to have a helmet. So evidently 3 wheels is better than 2, but I can promise you, if you crash on that, you're gonna wish you had a helmet on. Hey guys, cheers for the chats, appreciate it. Hooty hoo, that'll buy my lunch today. Thank you. So it's 35 right now. I've got about 10 minutes that I can sacrifice here. So we'll just buzz around. Stream's doing okay. Holding up tight, looks like. If we can get this operating smoothly, and hopefully it's at 720p. Can somebody confirm? Is it at 720? Yeah, so this looks like delivery fish. He's going to his rounds at the izakayas and delivering fresh fish. I'm sure it's on ice in there. This guy's sketching back there. All right, this is what the main street of Ginza. Doesn't look like anything's open yet. There's Prada. See anything you absolutely have to have? It's elegant. This Ginza 6, this place is really cool. We've done some live streams there, but this building's worth a visit if you're in Ginza. Ginza 6. They've got all the top name brands you could possibly want. And some great restaurants, and it's a cool place. Architecturally as well, really, really nice. Ginza 6. Make a trip. And what I'm going to do... Oh, this lady's elegant. Look at that handbag. She keeps a Moet Chandon in her pretty cabinet. Let them eat cake, she says, just like Marie Antoinette. It's hard to hit that high note. All right, we're going to swing back around and head over to my job. We're in Higashi Ginza. Actually, we're in Ginza now. We're heading back to Higashi Ginza. This is a Peter Von Gomm channel. Thank you very much for joining this live stream. This is our commute. And hopefully we'll be doing more of these as the weather is cooperating. Coffee at Ralph Lauren's. Yeah, Ginza is the place you go to show off your wares, whether that's a big handbag or a necklace or a nice watch if you're a guy. I like fashion, but I don't like that stuff that's too gaudy and eh. I like quality design. If it's expensive and it's good design, then yeah, it's worthwhile if it's good quality. But just because it has a name on it, no way. That ain't my bag, baby. All right, we're gonna turn right here. We're going by Kabukiza one more time. Pay your respects. There it is. And Idemitsu. Idemitsu is the icon up there. That's the gas station, one of the gas stations here. I've always liked that logo. There's Kabukiza over there. And actually right across the street from Kabukiza, this bakery and cafe has really good egg salad sandwiches. So hit a Kabuki play and then head over here to the bakery and cafe for the get a sandwich over there. It's really thick, like a thick egg, almost like the oh, it looks weird there. Almost like the tamagoyaki from the sushi shops. It's kind of moist and it's just yum. Good stuff. This is interesting. This the building on the left. Look at that. It's like the facade's totally different. It's split right down the middle. The left one's way cooler. Isn't that funny? They must have. Ah, that's weird. I wonder if they like. Yeah. Oh, look! It looks like they plastered in. It was all the same building, and they plastered in the brick. What a waste! Look at that. Isn't that stupid? How silly. Oh, here we go. Oh, I did something really cool yesterday, and I will share a link in I'll put it in this video. It was a Imperial Hotel VR, virtual reality project. So I did a live stream, a 360 video, and we went into the Teikoku Hotel, the Imperial Hotel, and we talked about Frank Lloyd Wright. So the Wright Imperial was torn down in, well, 3 years after the '64 Olympics, so 1967, which is a shame. And it was considered the jewel of the Orient. And there's Kabukiza, goodbye. They tore it down, and so they want, but it's still in the memories of lots of people, and people are interested in knowing what it looked like. So they created this VR tour, and I'm the tour guide. This historical kind of like documentary, a little bit docudrama sort of recording I did, and it'll be in a theater. They'll have a theater where they're showing the VR, and also there's a website. But I'll give you a link to the website. You can check it out. The project, the Wright Imperial, Frank Lloyd Wright Imperial Hotel project. Check it out. So it might be another thing you want to see when you come to Tokyo. And my studio is just up here. And we're doing good on time. I often work here. It's called Digital Egg. Popular studio. Ginza is one of the top hubs for studios as well, because Dentsu, which is one of the top advertising agencies here, is located here. So studios open up so they're convenient to record at. Just like NHK in Shibuya, there's a load of studios in Shibuya to cater to NHK. All right, this is us. We have arrived, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm gonna, oh, somebody's got parking for Pete. Somebody stole my spot. What the hell am I gonna do? The guard guy will come out. Oh, here he comes. What am I gonna do?今日10時から12時。その辺 ?OK、はい。ありがとうございました。12、じゃあまあ10、多分13時までです。はい。お願いします。お願いします。All right. Sorry, guys. Just give me a moment, and then we will sign off. はい。こういう風にですか？そこ ?OK。はい。了解です。こういう風にですか？ OK。はい。So, スクーターの後ろ。I have no idea what this guy's saying. OK。ありがとうございました。了解です。どうも。もうちょっと前行きます。大丈夫です。はい、ありがとうございます。すみません。Alright。どうも。ありがとう。いつもすみません。Alright. So we have arrived, guys. I'm going to pop out over here. Oh, this is a nice little... So I used to park over here, but then they put in this little garden space. I'm going to pop my lid off and talk to you guys holding my lid. Hang on a second. All right, we have arrived. Thank you so much for joining this live stream. It looks like we lasted a lot longer than we did yesterday, so thanks for coming along. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so. Click those thumbs up. Thanks so much for the super chats and everything. As always, have a great weekend. I'm in the midst of editing our next video, which is, I'll give you a little sneak information. It's about Brat motorcycles. Check out Brat Style. You'll enjoy this. So, okay, thanks guys, appreciate it. Talk to you very soon.